All right, so today we are moving on from fingerspelling to meeting others. So meeting others means at a party or a restaurant or whatever, and you see a deaf person, and these are things that they want to know about you and that you should know the signs for. So meeting others, really meeting deaf people and what deaf people want to know. So at this point, you should be filling out your ASL notebook in the meeting others section. And whenever you hear meeting others or anything like that on a final or a midterm or any test, they want you to say that the deaf community is very close. Deaf community is a small, close-knit community. So when meeting others, they want to know your name, if you are deaf, hearing, or hard of hearing, where you learned sign language, and the name of your teacher. Why do they want to know where you learned ASL? Well, like I said before, the deaf community is very close. Everyone kind of knows each other, so it is likely that the deaf person you are meeting probably knows your teacher or who taught you. So I went to college at Keuka College, about an hour and a half away, and I had a deaf professor there. And when she asked how I learned sign language or where I went to school, she actually knew the teacher that taught me. So it was an hour and a half away, and they still knew each other. So that is very common. So some signs we're going to learn for meeting others: name, sign language, learn teacher, hello and goodbye, deaf hearing, hard of hearing, and then, nice to meet you or see you later, kind of like a little ending there. So for name, it's my or I. Name, you got two U hand shapes, tap them together. So my name, finger spell your name. Are you deaf? So that is with your D hand shape, can't hear, can't speak. Deaf. So I am deaf. I am hearing. Hearing is your one hand shape. And this is a sign for hearing because to deaf people, it looks like they're just talking, talking, and moving their lips. So it goes in a circular motion for they're moving their lips, moving their lips, moving their lips, because that's what deaf people see. Hard of hearing is with your H hand shape, and it's hard of hearing. So I am hard of hearing. Sign language, so there's a sign for sign language. Sign with your one hand shapes, move them in a circle, and then language with your L hand shapes. Language. So sign language. So this is like, where did you learn sign language? So for learn, I take the information from the book or the paper and put it in my head. Learn. So you can say, I learn sign language. And then a lot of the time, the answer is going to be at school. The sign for school. Then you want to say the name of your school. So I learned sign language at the school called or named Olympia. Then they want to know your teacher's name. So teacher, it's like you're giving them the information from your head. So teacher, teach. So you're giving them the information and you're that person who does it. Teacher. So you can say your teacher's name is blah, 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 finger spell. Sign for hello comes off your head. Hello with your 5 hand shape. Goodbye, another 5 hand shape. Goodbye. And then just a little, nice to meet you or see you later. So nice to meet you. A lot of steps to this. So nice 2 5-hand shapes, nice. Meet is going to be your 2 1-hand shapes coming together, right? 2 people coming together, so nice. Meet you. And then see you later with your V hand shape off your I. See later with your L hand shape. So see you later. Part of your ASL notebook asks you what an initialized sign is. You need to know that I'm going to use the word all the time. So think about, what are your initials? What are initials? It's usually the first letter of your first and last name, right? So mine would be AD. Initialized is sort of like the same thing, so you can think about it that way. The first letter of the word, like later, is also the hand shape you use for the sign. So for later, it starts with an L, and you see an L hand shape, so later. This is important. We're going to use it forever and ever and ever. You're always going to hear me use the sign initialized. So think about that first letter of your name kind of relates to that first letter of the word is also the hand shape you use. So think about, I already gave you an example, later. Which other signs in meeting others vocab are initialized? Think about that. Some other ones are deaf. So deaf has a D hand shape and it starts with a D, deaf. Language has L hand shapes and it starts with an L, language. So those are a couple other ones. There's one more. Hopefully you can see that. Think about how you're going to remember these times. I kind of gave you some hints. And then for your classwork, you're going to have 2 Google Forms that you're going to do today. One is meeting others and one talks just about initialized signs. Meeting others crossword. So you'll have to read the descriptions of the signs and put them in the crossword. In class, so if you are in class today, you're going to do the meeting others video in class. This is an independent project that you're going to do. And if you're not in class today, you will do it in class tomorrow. So this video is to be done in class. Tomorrow, you are also going to do a meeting others quiz. I will post it tomorrow. And then you're going to end with a little bit of information about the deaf community. Please email me, of course, if you have any questions. I'm always here to help.